Just how do you feel right now? Just having all of this information under your belt and just walking out of this building, how do you feel?
So after having listened to everything that they shared tonight, I just feel equipped. I feel equipped. I feel confident. I feel like I'm not by myself. I walked in feeling, but for the first time, this is actually the third time that I've heard this talk. But the first time that I walked in, I felt isolated. I felt like I had no resources. I felt like I didn't know where to start. And it's like the other side of the coin has been flipped. And it's like a whole new purview entirely.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's so good. And we've been hearing that a couple of times tonight, just feeling like people were alone and just walking in here with 700 other people that came to hear the same information. You know what I mean? You're not alone. And so just knowing this now, what is your confidence level in having this information be yours, and B, in your ability to kind of present this forth to your employer and those next steps in that?
So it's like confidence level 10. And I would say it like this genuinely because initially I was very concerned for my mother who works in healthcare. My husband works in the private sector and he is somebody who I was really advocating for. But my mom was faced right away with this swift action around the healthcare piece. And so I really wanted to advocate for her. But confidence level 10, and then I've been taking it to the social media where I've been breaking this down because it's so simple. It's so clear. It's so sadly simple and clear. And it was so appalling how we had felt manipulated and so easily manipulated, and how clear and simple it is if you just read the First Amendment, the 14th Amendment, Title VII of the Civil Rights Act of 1964, and you know that this is overreach, and you have every right as a sovereign person. If you have a conscious connection with God and this violates that, you can stand on a religious exemption. You have that right, that authority, and you can stand on that with confidence, and you have the right to not be discriminated against just like anybody else who is a human being. So like what a confidence level, like 10 plus, A plus star. I don't know. I'm so excited I'm excited for people to hear about this and just to feel more confident about the whole thing. We've all been scattered and lacked confidence for the last 18 months. And it's time to turn that whole thing around and get our confidence back.
So good. And you kind of touched on this also, but just if you wanted to go into more detail, but just what is the benefit, and to you and to others, of having this information yourself? It's been explained to you, you know it, and you've got it in your brain.
What is it? It's like the benefit of having salvation. This tiny story, my dad died in 2006, and one of the big epiphanies I had standing in my kitchen is, you go to the throne alone. This is a true story, right? Like, you go to the throne alone. I can't have salvation for you. I don't, like, just because my family thinks a certain way. At the end of the day, you have to come to grips with your own critical thinking. Period, end of story. So you can't get excited for other people. I can't get inspired for you. You have to get the conviction for yourself. And that, I think, is what the benefit is of sitting and listening or digesting a pocket constitution for yourself and really understanding what's available. It is that simple. It can be that simple. And I don't know. There's no price for this peace. I already had peace in Jesus and in my salvation. There's no price in this peace in knowing my body is sovereign. I choose who pokes it, where, when, and I stand firm on that, on concrete. And so that there's no price on that. So I just encourage you, if you're not there yet, you can get there. And so keep seeking and get around the conversation, because it can help.